you up for lots and lots of plaiting that you're going to be doing in the future. We're going to be doing the French plait purely because the French plait has never ever gone out of fashion or not been used in lots of hairstyles. Even last weekend I had to French plait with the fringe included either side, and then created barrel curl hair up at the back. It still asks for so much. Also thinking about some of the images you might have seen, the way that the fringe comes round and is plaited, that's a variation of the French plait. So once you learn this technique, you can change it up and around for another hairstyle. So because you're practicing today, for those who aren't confident, I want you to take a section of the hair, not too large, and then I want you to literally get rid of the rest so it's not in your way. The problem with French plaiting is when you're taking sections from the hair or the head, if you haven't got a good section and you're not confident, you end up dragging some of this in and it becomes confusing. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. Okay. I'm going to try and do this sort of upside down so you can see. So you're going to take the first section, make sure it's nice and clean, good line to start off with. Then you're going to have 3 sections all around the same width. It's very important in plaiting that you make sure that your sections, you haven't got a tiny one here and a fat one on the end, they all need to be the same. Then you're going to start plaiting as you would normally. Now I normally, with my French plaiting, I normally start off with just a plait, just to make sure that I've got a nice, secure, strong start. Now as you can see, this part of the hair is facing this direction now. So before I plait my next section, I need to take a piece of hair from that direction, and it's going to go over the top and onto your middle section. That means after that goes on, you can plait. So we're going to be thinking about it as introduction of hair. We introduce the hair to the middle section on top, then plait. And we're going to alternate from side to side. So take a piece of the hair, we're going to introduce it to the middle section, and then plait. At the stage where you plait, give it a good tight pull. Otherwise what you're going to find is once you finish your French plait, you're going to have a slap so the hair comes down and is dragged, or you're going to get to the end, and it's not going to be close into the actual head itself. You're going to end up having this wobbly separation. So again, we're going to go introduce in the middle, plait. And you're going to continue that until you have no hair left on the head to introduce. And again, nice and tight. Like I say, I'm getting you to do smaller sections just to get the technique in. Once you've mastered the technique, you can then do a whole head French plait, starting at the front and going to the back. Again. In. Introduce it in the middle and plait. Then once you've got no more hair to introduce, you just then plait as normal. And then you just tie off at the end. Okay? I will come around and help you individually. I know it's quite difficult sometimes to watch on this angle. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a fishtail. Again, I want you to take a section of hair just to practice the technique before you get any further with doing a whole head. Now the difference between a fishtail and a normal plait are generally the sections that you take. So you're going to have this section here, and I'm going to split it into 2. So with the normal plaits in the French you have 3 sections. Here we have 2 sections. Now because we have 2 sections, and they need to be the same depth again, we're going to have to start taking hair from either side to create our fishtail. Now what we do is we take it from slightly behind and at the side, and we come over a piece of hair, not too large. The fishtail looks better with smaller sections. If you go too big, it can look a little bit like a normal plait. And we're going to literally bring it over and sit on the other side. Then swap over, do the same again, piece of hair from that side, come over, Now with a fishtail, it takes a little while for you to start seeing the fishtail itself. Make sure you always come over the top. So I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit so we can get clearly down. Because that's the problem with a fishtail. With a French plait, you run out of hair quite quickly. The fishtail, it goes on and on and on, because all you're doing is adding hair to each side. You're not, with this, taking care and wrapping it in within the plait. So be aware, if you choose to do this on someone's hair who's very long today, it could be there at the same time. Now don't hold it too tight. What I'm telling you on the French plait, it needs to be really tightened into the head. French plaits and plaits generally need to be very, very neat. With a fishtail, you do need to do your application